What's going on, guys? Geekin Drinkin back. I'm Eddie.
Steven.
Matt.
And we're back this week with episode 4. Yeah, we did miss a week because we were too busy celebrating this one's birthday, turning 34.
34.
Awesome. 34 years old. 34 years young. Not old. Young. Get that right. And a week later, we're actually celebrating
Matthew's birthday.
Yeah, I turned 23 today, and with that, we had the privilege of visiting one of our favorite breweries here in town, Ranger Creek. They invited us over. We got to get a tour of the brewery and kind of learn a little bit how they do things around there. One thing I didn't know is that they made whiskey, bourbon. It's a really unique process. So
I just learned too that all bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon.
Yeah, it was a very interesting tour, very educational. But don't take our word for it. We got some footage for y'all. We got permission to film our visit there, and so with that being said, check out our visit and tour of Ranger Creek Brewery. What's up, guys? Geekin Drinkin back. I'm Eddie.
Steven.
Matt.
And we're here to celebrate Matthew's birthday at Ranger Creek Brewery. It's a local San Antonio brewery, and we've been invited here to take a tour and to get a little taste of what's going on here. So, let's go inside and see what's up.
So Ranger Creek is a 8-year-old Distillery, which means we both brew beer and distill whiskey. We started the licensing process in around the 2007-8 time frame and went through that process for some period of time and opened for business in July of 2010 as a Distillery, the first in Texas to my knowledge, first in San Antonio for sure. That means we both brew beer and distill whiskey here. So we have tours every Saturday at 2 o'clock. They run from 2 to about 4:30 or so, and we offer them to the public each weekend. We do a private tour schedule for those who wish private tours. We've done a lot of military folks, we've done some businesses here, and we would like to continue working with private folks, either industry or military, if you have a need for a private tour.
Alright guys, so yeah, that was our tour with Ranger Creek. Once again, we would like to thank them for having us and giving us the tour of their brewery and distillery. We also like to thank them for giving us some awesome gifts. They gave us a San Antonio Lager and a San Antonio Hatch Lager, which are both award-winning beers right here from San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
And some also complimentary glasses.
Yeah, these awesome glasses that they gave us. Thank you for the gifts. We really much enjoy the San Antonio Lager. It's one of our favorite beers, our to-go beers. We want to just casual drink. So, and I definitely recommend that. And this time of year, they started coming out with Hatch, different Hatch flavors at HEB.
Which is what I'm enjoying right now.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying the San Antonio Hatch Lagers for people who like a little bit of spice in their beer. They don't. What was explained during the making of the Hatch Lager was they don't want to make a beer that's like half Hatch and then
they don't want to make a beer that's with a Hatch with a little bit of beer. They want to make beer with a little bit of Hatch. It's the way they described it. It's they don't want the Hatch to overpower the flavor. And it really doesn't. It's really it's good. It's spicy. It's a unique taste, and I recommend it very much. We are enjoying San Antonio Lager and Hatch Lager.
Cheers guys.
So if y'all ever do get the chance to go visit Ranger Creek, they do give tours, They have awesome merch. You know, the brewery is nice and relaxed. You can visit their website. It's drinkrangercreek.com, so go ahead and check that out. But for this episode, we wanted to give Matthew a little bit of love over here because it's his birthday. And if you follow him on Twitter, you know that he's been real deep, balls deep into the new PS4 Spiderman game, which I hear is amazing, but I haven't played it.
I haven't had the opportunity to play it too, and I also hear that people are sad
Crying,
about it.
yeah, they're crying about it. So I mean, so without further ado, here's Matthew with his take and / review on the PS4 Spider-Man game.
Well, okay, well, you know, all this month for the last 3 weeks, I've been dedicating my life to this game, and it is pretty fun. You know, it's what you like about what you would like in a Spider-Man game. First thing you do in the first few minutes is jump out your apartment window and just swing into New York City as Spider-Man, and it's very like when I first played it, I was like, damn, this is really freaking awesome that we finally have a Spider-Man game that is worth playing. I mean, not like we haven't had any games in the past, but I know recent Spider-Man games haven't been up to par, but this one, it'll change your mind. And it's the story, it's very good. Could say, yeah, I did cry at the end of the story because something does happen.
It's the same guy that cried
character
at the end of Terminator 2.
Yeah, I will admit that I had cried at the end of Terminator 2 if you haven't seen it. But yeah, I mean it's a very heartbreaking moment toward the end of the game. I mean, if you play it, you'll know what happens. But it's a very amazing game. If you've seen any gameplay from like E3, obviously you're gonna run into villains.
So, what I want to know though, because I know there was this big old hype around the game, and how you mentioned, we haven't had a decent Spider-Man game in a long time. For me, decent Spider-Man game was the one for the PS1, I think it was. Where
PS2.
The last Spider-Man game that everyone went wild for was for Spider-Man 2, the video game. Based off the Spider-Man 2.
Everything was blocked off. No, it wasn't off the movie. It was his own Spider-Man.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but besides from the PS1 Spider-Man games, a lot of people did like the Spider-Man 2 video game.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. For me, that was the last Spider-Man game I played.
And I played the Spider-Man 2 on the PSP and PlayStation 2, and it was pretty good. And this is pretty much Spider-Man PS4 takes from that mostly all the Spider-Man games that you come to love, and you do run into a lot of familiar villains. Just gonna say it. You do gonna run into the Sinister Six, but I'm not gonna spoiler the sixth villain because he's not in it right away. It builds him up till like the climax of the game.
But for those who
those who've seen like the E3 showcases, they did show off Electro, they did show off Shocker, Rhino, Scorpion, Vulture, and of course the main antagonist, Mr. Negative. But overall, it is a very solid game, and I really did enjoy playing it. And I had a lot of heartbreaking moments, but also a lot of cool moments.
So do you really feel it was worth the hype of the whole thing? I mean, I know they made their own special edition PS4 Spider-Man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Which sold out like quick.
Yeah,
there was no chance of you getting that unless you pre-ordered it.
Pretty much.
I also know. I mean, I've read that. That it's Sony, right? Sony, who released the game?
Sony Entertainment, but Insomniac was the main developers of the game. Sony is like the distributor.
Okay, well, I also know that they're starting to develop their own video game, shared universe.
Marvel Universe.
Marvel Universe.
Yeah,
apparently in the game, you see the Sanctum Sanctorum for Doctor Strange. If y'all don't know, that's where Doctor Strange lives. You also see the Avengers Tower. A lot of things, that are in the Marvel universe, that link to the Avengers, link to other heroes, and so I know that they're planning on capitalizing on that to release more games and have it all connected in a way. So I think that's real awesome. I mean, that just shows that they were confident in this game, and it obviously did really good. So I mean, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
I mean, the developers of the game, Insomniac, obviously, if you follow Insomniac, they've made Spyro. They made what other games did they make? They made Spyro.
Sure, I don't even know.
Ratchet and Clank, and a bunch of other.
I played Spyro.
A bunch of other PlayStation games, and they always kill it with their video games, and they really nailed this one. And even the creative director of Spider-Man came out and said, like, this is just the beginning. Like, where they planted seeds that will lead into more video games based in the Marvel universe.
That's cool. Well,
and so you talking about that as well. I know you also got the new DC app before we got it. What was your take on it before we even give our take on it?
Well, when I first got it, it didn't have much content because obviously the big content's not going to be released until October, because you all know when it's going to release in October, the new Titans show. But from until then, they keep you occupied with mostly all of their animated movies. They have comic books ranging from Batman, Superman, and Green Lantern, Green Arrow, a lot of their characters. But when the animated side, yeah, it's strong. When the comic book side, it was, in my opinion, a little weak, because what I was scrolling through was just a bunch of Batman comics, and I understand it released on Batman Day, but I would like to see more of their other characters, especially their lesser known popular characters, have their books on that app. Plus, they also have their live action movies. About a week or two after they released the app, they put the Superman movie on there. They also have Batman, the Dark Knight series on there. So right now it's pretty solid. It's you can get it. You can get the app for
$7.99.
You can subscribe to get all those services for $7.99. But we will be getting Titans here soon. But in 2019, we're going to be getting a lot more content, original content, ranging from the Harley Quinn animated show to Doom Patrol to Swamp Thing, and so on and so forth.
I also know that when it first come out, it's not gonna have every single thing on there. Once it continues to go on, it's gonna have, eventually it's gonna start getting all the movies, all the comics. It's gonna take time to have all that stuff up there.
Yeah.
But for now, I had a chance to browse through it, and it's cool. There was a couple of things on there that I saw that I plan on seeing, like the Death of Superman animated film. That's on there, so I'm excited to see that. I just finished watching The Dark Knight on there. I've been wanting to watch that for a while, and so I was like, oh, it's on here. Let me watch it. So it's
Dark Knight,
the movie, the
okay.
Christopher Nolan movie.
Because I was gonna say, because they have the Dark Knight Returns, and those are the ones that I was enjoying watching when I got the app too as well. But no, you're really actually true. Like most of the things that I noticed that was on there was a lot of Batman stuff. There's a lot of Batman stuff, especially they even have one, celebrate Batman Day and everything Batman. They have all the movies.
There's more characters in DC than Batman, and that's one thing. DC needs to work on more, is to not focus on Batman. They have a bunch of cool superheroes that they can introduce and in bigger ways than they have before. So
Batman equals life. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with him.
I like Batman. I grew up loving Batman, but once I grew more into DC characters, then I realized
I'm excited to start watching again, because I've already seen both seasons like 4 times already, and I'm gonna watch it again because the 3rd season's coming out. It's the Young Justice.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I was glad to see that was on there because that used to be on Netflix. That's how I used to watch it, and then they took it off. So now it's on the DC Universe app.
Exclusively on the DC Universe.
Yeah, and with the
Can't get it
that's
anywhere else.
that's the other new thing that's going to come out for that too. So it's not just the live action Titans. It's also Young Justice and.
But all that's not going to come out till next year.
So, yeah, but I mean that's still something to look forward to, and I guess that's also for them to build up on too as well. I mean, Netflix was the same way when they started their streaming service. There was hardly anything on Netflix, and there was even stuff that people didn't even like know. It was like random indie movies. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, you would recognize the actor, but then you watch it like what is this? Like,
I'm sure
you know?
once Titans release, that's when a lot more content will be
Yeah,
available. And
for sure,
you know,
for sure.
I can't wait for Titans because it's an anticipated show that everyone's been waiting for. A lot of people may have mixed feelings about it, but I'm gonna go into it very optimistic. So that's that should come out sometime in October. I forgot the release date. It should be sometime in the middle of October. It's when we're gonna see the new Titans, and it's not gonna be like Netflix where it's gonna just drop all the episodes and you just binge watch it. No, they're gonna drop an episode every week.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So it's gonna be like that's the way.
It's gonna be like Hulu.
Yeah, I would say that's what Hulu does.
Like Hulu drops like
an episode every week.
like 2 or 3 episodes every week.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go a little bit off script here. I know we had something we want to discuss, but I wanna hold that for a while because I want to get y'all's thoughts on a couple of things over the past couple of weeks. We've had a few trailers drop about 3 weeks ago, I believe. I want to say 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks. We had the Captain Marvel trailer, which we all saw and we all loved. We've had the new Fantastic Beasts, the Craft of Grindelwald trailer. The final trailer drop.
I haven't seen that one yet.
And the
Really?
Bumblebee trailer.
We've had the new Bumblebee trailer. We've also had the newest trailer for Dark Phoenix, which I know you guys aren't really excited about. I liked it, but I mean, but yeah, I want to get you guys' thoughts on that. I mean, yeah, I know, I said we all, we've discussed the Captain Marvel trailer, but we haven't actually discussed it out with everybody else. So I mean, what do you guys think about it?
I'm excited. That one I'm really truly excited for. I mean,
Especially the blockbuster cameo.
yeah, that right off the bat, that blockbuster cameo, I was like, yes, I'm gonna love it.
You know what? Like, I mean, I was looking forward to it, because like, it's a Marvel movie, Captain Marvel, it's a new movie, I like Brie Larson. Okay, I was there. I'm gonna go see it. When I saw the trailer, I was like, wow, like this just looks awesome. It's so like to me, it was moving in a way, because I mean. I don't know if y'all noticed a little thing, a little detail in the trailer where it's saying like the tagline of the movie, and when it says hero,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
it transitions into her into hero, and I was just like, whoa, like what? Like I mean that's like it's always been there, but it's just like just kind of blew my mind in the weirdest way. I thought that was really cool. Super excited about that.
What got me is when she punched that old lady in the face.
That was like,
I just
whoa,
hope
okay.
I hope this movie is just an hour and a half of her punching old ladies in the face.
I just really feel that this movie is gonna change
a lot of
a lot of
in the
things.
MCU. Because
Yes.
obviously the main villains is the Skrulls, and we all know.
Well, not everyone.
If you're
knows.
familiar with the Skrulls, they're shape-shifting extraterrestrials,
Aliens, yeah.
and
it's pretty much anybody that we've seen in the MCU
could be a Skrull.
could be a Skrull. Just
And at some point in one of their movies or in one of the Avengers movies, they may have gotten switched out.
Yeah.
And
so
that's the way I think they're gonna play it out in.
we know.
That's why I say that's what's gonna be a real big game changer, in a lot of things. That could also be a possibility for there's gonna be like people that are already up on their contracts and stuff, but that could also just be a them way of teasing.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's gonna be a lot of things going on with that movie. Again, like Matthew said, if you're not familiar with the with the if you never read the comics or seen any of the
Source material.
the cartoons of Marvel stuff. The Skrulls are an alien race that are shapeshifters, so any one of us could be a Skrull. We just don't know it yet. But that's going to be a real big shift. The other thing, mentioning the blockbuster, this movie is going to take place in the 90s. So those of you that are not familiar with Blockbuster, they were a place where you could go actually rent movies from and not just download them or stream them through your TV at home. It was I used to love going to Blockbuster. It's like, man, we're gonna go to Blockbuster. It's Friday. School.
Popcorn and candy.
Popcorn. The only thing that would just be kind of like a frustration was when you get the movie, you put it in your VCR, and it wasn't rewinded.
Oh yeah.
I was like, now we gotta wait for it to rewind. It's like.
Those are the days. Those days suck.
And sticking with the Marvel, another Marvel movie not connected to the MCU trailer dropped recently this week for Dark Phoenix, and in my opinion, it's just there. Like it's been
hard.
promised for so long. It was supposed to come out this year. Clearly, it was supposed to come out in November. It was supposed to come out, I believe, in March this year. Then they pushed it to November, then they pushed it to February, and then in the last yesterday was announced that it was going to be pushed back to June after the trailer said it was going to be released in February.
But that's a whole other conversation that we're not going to get into right now.
Don't get me started on that because I went on a rant, but not getting into that. But going back to the trailer, my thoughts. I mean, I liked it, and yeah, I know a lot of people out there, and I know I realize it too that it does just look like a different version of X-Men: The Last Stand, which is one of the worst X-Men movies that we've gotten, and it kind of it has a lot of the same things that were in The Last Stand in this movie, and I mean, but I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's X-Men. This probably will be the last time that we get an X-Men movie with this particular cast lineup. With a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, as far as like, just this studios and everything. So
whole other conversation.
So it's just this may be the last time we get these actors play these characters. So I'm excited. Either way, I'm gonna go see it.
No, for sure. I mean, I know I was telling you the way you felt optimistic or skeptical about the Venom movie is the way I feel about Dark Phoenix. I mean, it looks good, looks really good. I'm a little excited for it, but I mean, same time, I just been so let down with the X-Men franchise in general, especially
after Apocalypse.
Well, I mean, for me, it was especially after Last Stand. And then for them to go into the Wolverine movies.
Whoa.
Which Logan, kind of brought that back in, but obviously, if you've seen Logan, the ending of it, and kind of just don't know
the
where
Wolverine
to go from there.
was alright. I like.
Yeah, I like that one. That one was really good. I mean, it broke away from him being with the X-Men, even though he was haunted by it still, but. Mm-hmm. The action of it was really good. The storyline, not so much, but just it in general, it was just what, him by himself that we kind of just needed, which is really good.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there's that one. I mean, I know you haven't seen it. No, Bumblebee, good. You liked it? Good. Fantastic Beasts.
Bumblebee, I'm actually excited for it. At first I wasn't, but it showcases the Transformers in their classic looks.
Was it John Cena?
That
turned you off on it?
But yeah, the only thing that turned me off is, John Cena.
Didn't you used to have a John Cena wristband?
No.
I think that was you.
That wasn't me. It wouldn't fit my arm.
That's the only thing that really turns me off is him being in the movie. Like, I'm not saying he's gonna do a bad job acting. I obviously gonna see it first.
I see that we're gonna see, because obviously in John Cena movies, he's always the hero. He plays some.
But in this one, he's gonna be.
I think
the main antagonist.
I think he's gonna change in it, because if you look at the trailer, you look at this recent trailer of it. You have the two of the Decepticons going up to them, telling them that there's this fugitive, and they show hologram of Bumblebee. So and they said if y'all don't turn him over to us, then we're gonna destroy the Earth. So that's implanted in their mind, like, oh, you know, we need
Like,
to get
we gotta work with these.
We have to work with these
beings that we don't know of.
Yeah, and give them what they want.
Yeah.
You know, so I think once he finds out, like, oh, Bumblebee's not a bad guy, he's actually a good guy, I think he's gonna switch roles and then fight against the Decepticon. That's pretty much my prediction. That's the way I see it going. You know,
if you've been a Transformers fan, this one, it's, like I said, it has all the classic looks from Soundwave to Shockwave to Optimus Prime to Bumblebee kind of looking a little.
And
bit
which
of
is what
original.
I'm excited for too. I am excited for this one. I do want to go see it. I was excited even from the first trailer, the teaser trailer, just because it was going to be something different. Again, this is going to be another flashback. This is going to take place in the 80s, whereas Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s.
Right.
So, you know, watch out for those timelines and those time jumps and stuff like that.
I mean, there's Eddie, Fantastic Beasts, because I haven't seen the.
Well, I mean,
I haven't seen that one either.
I was just gonna say, I mean, that real quick, meaning that it's real. The trailer was
worse?
real Johnny Depp heavy, and it was some things were revealed in the trailer. A little bit of controversy behind that, but other than that, I liked it. I'm gonna go see it, of course. I mean,
Is it really worth the wait? Because I know it's been, what, 2-3 years since the first one came out?
It's been about a year and a half, I guess. But I
Really?
mean,
It feels longer than that.
maybe it has been 2 years.
Came out
But
in 2016.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just the still fact that it's part of the same universe.
I mean,
you
no,
know,
I want to go see it.
And you know, I liked the first one. It wasn't. It didn't blow my mind, but I mean, I liked it. It was, you know, just to visit, you know, to revisit that world and to, you know, have it expanded a little more, and you know, and it continuing. I really wish they would have kept Colin Farrell. I really wish they would have kept Colin Farrell in the role, but I mean, we'll see how Johnny Depp does. I mean, hopefully he's not doing his whole, you know, Jack Sparrow, you know, Willy Wonka thing that he does. So
No, I think he's gonna be a little different this one. I think he'll play.
he has to be a little.
I think he's gonna play the character a little darker.
I mean, the trailer
what he usually does.
did portray him as like that dark and menacing, and you know, it was good. So
I mean, if you've been following Harry Potter, Grindelwald was
bad.
yeah. So I mean, there was that, you know, but
And then, you know, of course, you said, like I said, I haven't seen the trailer yet. Now that I know that's out there, I'm definitely gonna go watch it
yeah.
and give my opinion on it as well.
And
But you know, you said that there was some controversy on it and stuff like that. And speaking, you know, of things on controversy, we also got not a trailer, but a
photos?
test shot or a
Test shot
screenshot.
release from the director of the Joker.
Well, we've got our first look at Joaquin Phoenix as the character of Arthur. It was just him, Joaquin Phoenix. Then we got the screen test. Yeah, the screen test. And
Again,
you know, that was
Joaquin Phoenix as
And
Arthur.
then it was a quick 30-second, you know, clip of
not even. It was like 10 seconds.
No, it was 30 seconds.
Short. It was
And
short.
I mean, it just showed the camera just zooming him on Joaquin Phoenix while obviously the Joker makeup is flashing by through his face to where it's a final cut of him in the full Joker makeup.
I don't think it. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that was the final. The way the makeup's gonna look like final, but it was him in clown makeup, obviously indicating that, you know, oh, here's
But if you
the
seen,
Joker.
but
Just,
also aside,
just with the grin, no laugh. He hasn't
he
hasn't given his
goes to
Joker
the-
laugh yet.
goes
so.
to grin to serious look, and you can just tell by then that it's like, all right, I'm on board with
Yeah.
this.
So then after that, we got a couple of leaked footage, and I say leaked because it was reported that it was leaked, but that footage looks way too good to be
leaked.
to have been secretly shot and leaked out. I mean, it seems like a play by the studio to just get some footage of Joaquin Phoenix
I guess they also get people
in full Joker getup, makeup, and hair, and it
took
looks
place in the train station. You know, if you pay attention, you can see like signs that says like Wayne. Obviously, it's gonna have to do with something about Thomas Wayne because he's in the movie, and
Thomas Wayne being Bruce Wayne's dad, obviously, for those who are unfamiliar with that.
And it just shows him, Joaquin Phoenix Joker is walking, with his henchmen.
In my opinion,
something we don't know what he's doing.
In my opinion, these leaked footages I feel are just a way to
get hyped
for the movie because there was some like little backlashes that people were like, this is not gonna be good. Like, how are you gonna do a standalone Joker movie without Batman, and the fact that you still have Jared Leto, who's playing the Joker, that's supposed to be in the up to date DC universe of the movies, because obviously Suicide Squad in some way ties into the extended universe for DC, because they did mention the death of Superman, which Superman died in Batman versus Superman. Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman makes a couple appearances.
Setting up Justice League.
The Flash makes a little appearance as well. So people were just kind of real skeptical about, how you can do a Joker movie by itself, like an origins movie or something. Mm-hmm. But like we've talked about before, DC is gonna do something a little different, where they're gonna do some of these standalone movies that are just gonna be just them by themselves. Like, they're not gonna tie into anything else. So after seeing the leaked footage and this real short clip, it got me on board. I was excited. You know what? I'm really gonna see it. We actually have a name for the Joker, which I don't think we've ever gotten in any of the movies.
So I was like, that doesn't look like, it doesn't like the Joker to me. So, I was just kind of skeptical. And then once I saw the leaked footage of him in the subway, and it kind of like, what, this could be something different, and it is something different.
There were also leaked photos of like him in a clown
costume with the hair.
Costume, and like he
kind of like breaking down in a phone booth.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that could mean a lot of things.
You see that he
is upset about
his makeup originated from what that scene was about.
Mm-hmm.
So
from a clown, yeah. A lot of people are saying that it's real similar to what's his name, John Wayne Gacy, the guy who just was a clown.
Yeah.
So that's real reminiscence of that, which
that character was featured in the American Horror Story in one of the seasons.
Yeah, so I mean, it's creepy, it's different, and it's exciting. So, I mean, we've had many different versions of the Joker. We all,
some good, some bad.
We all love and praise Heath Ledger, for his performance in The Dark Knight. One of the best. I really didn't mind Jared Leto so much, but he's kind of at the bottom of the list.
I still like Jack Nicholson Joker.
He's one of my favorites. We'll probably have a discussion in another episode of who's our favorite Joker.
Probably when we get the first full trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll.
We don't know when that will be.
Yeah, we'll get a better look at him, and
I mean, the movie's filming, obviously.
Yeah.
So we might get one probably later on in the year.
Yeah, we're going off, first, first look pictures, leaked footage. So I mean, it could be really good, it could be just really bad, but only time can tell. So.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Once again, we would like to thank Ranger Creek for inviting us and having us over, and for the wonderful gifts they gave us.
A very special thank you to Mr. TJ Miller, co-founder of Ranger Creek Brewery. Also, our tour guide, Colonel Mac. Excellent tour guide, very, very knowledgeable about the brewing process and everything. I highly recommend going to the brewery and meeting him. Also, his lovely wife, Reta, super nice, and his son, who's also a co-founder, Mark McDavid. We met him today, and everybody there has been very, very nice to us. And the gentleman who poured our awesome beers,
Matt.
Thank you, man.
Not Matt, awesome. But Matt at Brewery.
Yeah, thank you to all you guys. You guys were wonderful. You made the experience so much better. So, guys, this is for you.